And so are we. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lost in Oz, the Roll20 developer live stream here on Twitch. I am Stephanie, your community manager, joined by your other co-founders, Riley, Richard, Nolan, and our DM, as always, Steve. This is episode 4. Steve, can you tell us where we left off?
So, on a previous episode, our hero, Tommy, a Depression-era gangster whisked to the magical land of Oz, was captured by an assault of magical forces, and our other heroes went to rescue him by teleporting into his magical prison, only to find it wasn't the magical prison that they thought it was going to be. They are floating on an island 50,000 miles in the sky. They've escaped the prison and helped Tommy free, but now they're wandering through a very pink jungle.
A very pink jungle.
And you've all gotten very dinged up from your escape. Crossbow bolts rained down upon you as you were trying to get to the wood wall, and now you're safely in the forest. But surely they must be getting together to chase you, forming some sort of search party. What do you all do?
I think we all are really injured as well, right?
We can't rest because they're chasing.
Right.
Yeah. Everything went poorly there at the
trying
end.
to remember, yeah.
This a forest?
I'm currently at 1 HP. Character sheet contains that information.
There was the glass cat, and everything was all...
I'm at
Right,
7.
the cat has not explained who the glass cat was or anything like that.
You're terrified of the glass cat.
We left. Now we're running.
You gotta get the hell out of here.
Do you know where we are, Cat? It seemed like you knew where we are.
The cat is basically like very nervously looking around, and you can tell it's very agitated. And he says, "We're in a very, very dangerous place. The farther we get away from that place we just left, the better off we are." We saw the airship crash farther this direction, I think. So we could try to hunt it down. How far away from an edge are we, GM? How far away from it?
Well, the edge is directly on the other side of the keep, because the keep was built on the cliff face.
We're heading inland.
And now you're about, I don't know, 500-600 meters away from the keep.
Okay, but we looked over you guys saw that so basically I'm like, you guys saw that we're a giant floating island, right?
Yeah.
Your previous view was from the side of the cliff face when you guys burst out from the sewers.
Yeah.
Right.
And from there you could see that the rock face that you're on doesn't actually attach to the ground.
Okay. So I think we need to get off the island as quickly as possible. This is not a safe place to be. This is basically it's an island prison.
How exactly do you get off a floating island?
I've heard tales of this place, and the people who come here don't come back out alive. And I think now we know the reason they're not coming back out alive is because they're apparently being turned into marble men. So all the people we're fighting were former prisoners who have been transformed into marble men. So unless we want to face a similar fate as Tommy almost did, we need to get the heck out of Dodge as quickly as possible.
Oh, so make to the airship, the downed airship.
Well, I think there's a few options. We have the airship which crash landed. It may still be in serviceable condition. Obviously, it can fly. I do know that there are natives to this land. The island that is floating in the sky has its own two native tribes, and I know at least one of them knows how to get off the island. So we could try to go to one of those native tribes and seek their help and see if they can get us off. Or, just spitballing here, I do have this Featherfall spell, which can cause up to 5 people to slowly fall down from the sky. It only lasts about a minute, so basically we would just go run off the edge, and then when we got really close to the ground, I would cast it, and we would all float safely to the ground.
I so want to do that.
And I kind of start sketching out, like in the sand, some quick math. And I'm like, well, doing the calculations on this, it would take us about 3 hours to fall down from the sky to the ground. And I'm pretty sure that I could cast the spell quickly enough. It would take me about a day to learn it from the spell book, though.
So,
Wait.
Dorothy the rooster peeks his head out of Anissa's bag and goes, "But according to the drag to mass ratio of falling bodies, the cat and me being a rooster, we'd fall much, much more slowly than, say, a giant bear."
Shut up! And I kind of
onto you,
mini fireball at him, and he kind of.
Yeah,
We can tie ourselves together.
He ducks back inside Anissa's bag and whimpers as the cat threatens him with magic.
Well, I'm just saying it's an option, okay? We can do the jump off the edge. It's the quickest way down. So, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, once we get out of here, where are we going?
Well, I think we're going to try and find the Good Witch of the North.
Are we?
That's what we all agreed to before we set
We
out.
did.
So.
Didn't
Yeah.
what's his name betray us? I thought, don't we want revenge on the guy that sent you here?
I mean, I don't know if we're as preoccupied with that. We more just want to get off this island.
There's no revenge is not in our hearts.
I think that
We
the
maybe
only
should
thing
tell
I-
the Flatheads their leader's evil.
The only thing I
Right.
learned from that experience is that it's not worth going out of my way to help other people. So the next time we come across a flathead society that needs our help, I say we just keep on going. No stopping to help.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go. Let's head to the ship, I guess. Okay, maybe start learning the spell while we're traveling, so you can use it if need be. We can find ourselves on the edge of a cliff again. We can safely escape.
Okay, that's fine. I'll try to make sure I have time to do that next time we rest. So I guess we're walking toward where we thought we saw the airship go down.
Okay, so you're heading pretty much straight into the island, deeper and deeper into the pink forest.
Is anybody capable of hiding our tracks, like so that it makes it harder to track us down? Is that anyone's?
I feel like I would be able to do that.
You can
Right?
give me a survival roll.
Sure.
That feels like a slightly druidy thing too. I don't know.
Oh, true.
Let's-
Survival. Oh, I don't have survival. Do you have survival?
You could do nature
Roll?
if you have nature instead.
I don't have nature either.
Relentless
I should have. Well, no. I just lived in that forest, so that's why I was
Mhm.
assuming. Do you have a higher stat there, Nolan?
I'd assume I have some stats there. I was looking to see if I actually had some.
I have a.
Nature and what?
Nature or survival?
Yeah.
I have a +3 in nature.
It's too late. I rolled. What did I roll?
That's a pretty good roll.
It's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Bear power.
So the bear's leading the way, you know, him knowing forests and all, especially magic forests like this one. And the path that he's leading you on is across stonier ground, so you guys are leaving less tracks than you might otherwise. However, Joe the bear does come across something else's tracks. Large clawed footprints.
Guys,
how large are we- how large are we
there's something
talking
else here?
How large are we talking?
Larger than a bear.
We are not alone.
The foot is bigger than a bear.
Yeah.
I'm just there.
As in, like it belongs to an animal larger than a bear, or as in like the actual footprint itself is bigger than a bear around.
The actual footprint itself is bigger than a bear.
Holy crap.
Wow, that is a big. It's one of those things where like we don't even really notice it because we like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Like-
What happened to the
Oh,
ground?
I noticed it, whatever.
What is this?
My survival
then-
check was too good for this. Like,
And then the bear stops.
terrified.
Yeah, the bear stops and realizes what he's sitting in.
Very Jurassic Park.
Well, I mean, because I want to do a check to find out if they might know what it is.
That's a good question.
I have an animal handling skill.
Ah.
I think that's good for horseback riding, though.
This is going to be an Arcana check.
That's not this.
Oh, okay, that'd be me.
Yes.
24.
Nice.
That appears to be the footprint of a very, very large dragon.
Again.
Maybe perhaps even an ancient dragon.
As we're peering into the footprint, I do my Arcana check and you hear what's a cat expletive sound like?
You can tell who owns cats.
That's cat doing a cat expletive right there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, guys, we're in more trouble than I thought. There is apparently a dragon lurking nearby that has been in this area recently.
What do you mean a dragon?
It's been a
I
rough
mean,
couple days.
A large worm, WYRM.
Oh, I see. Unlike a werewolf, it doesn't have front legs. Tommy knows all about that.
So I'm just like, this seems to be a very, very, very powerful creature. It could easily destroy any of us with a single spell. So we
Maybe you could help us get off the.
Should we be going the other way and just try jumping off the edge if we're headed towards the middle?
I'm just saying, most magical creatures I've encountered have been very nice and friendly and helpful.
You've never encountered a
as
dragon,
well.
have you?
No, I haven't, but I've encountered you, wonderful folks. You've all been very helpful.
Let's preserve your naivete and never meet the dragon.
We search for the dragon.
Which way?
Why
are
would
the
you search for it? No.
Which way is the
Listen,
dragon pointing?
He's a good dragon.
I grab Tommy and stop everything you are doing. Stop being wrong.
I mean, I guess that is a good question. I'm assuming, based on typical D&D rules, dragons are typically, not good things to run across. But in this world, is a dragon a...
Depends on the dragon. But no, normally not, because they're usually very old and very powerful.
So it's basically, how risky is it really worth risking it not being friendly?
A dragon that old and powerful, it's more a matter of don't go near it, but how could you know to not go near it at this point?
It may not even look like a dragon at this point. It may look like a cat.
Could. Yeah.
I heard that.
Dragons can change their shape.
If they're that old and powerful, for sure.
Which way is the footprint pointing?
Yeah, if you guys think we should avoid the dragon, then let's go the opposite way.
Perpendicular to the way you guys are going.
Then I say we keep going the way you're going.
All right.
No, let's go. Shouldn't we go left? Or is it going?
That means it's going not the direction we're... if we're heading this way, it went that way. Like, it went the
I
opposite.
want to go in the complete opposite direction then. Not like...
Well,
Right? Like, we came across it. Was the first... They were going right? Like, we turned right, we'd be following it?
Also, the footprint,
Right.
Joe the bear can tell, is at least several days old.
Oh.
I think our best bet is to go find that airship.
all right.
So,
Let's keep going.
what direction is the footprints versus direction of the airship?
Perpendicular, because you're moving towards where you saw the airship go down.
This way.
Okay.
So in theory, we should not cross the dragon. If
There we
head
go.
to the
No,
airship.
that looks better.
Okay.
All right, so you decide to move deeper into the woods, and you guys have kind of been pushing yourself for a while because you don't want to get caught. So go ahead and all of you give me a Constitution check, because this is some pretty untamed jungle. You're not following a road. You're pushing through underbrush. So
Unskilled check or a check?
you could do survival or nature as well. Wah, wah.
Oh, wait, that was wrong.
Oh no!
That was wrong. That was
That was
bad.
charisma. Oh.
That was charisma. Good news.
That was charisma.
Being charismatic to the forest is not successful.
So
Should have been
yeah, that is.
Constitution.
So the way group checks work in 5th edition is that if the majority of the party makes it, the party makes it. So you're able
thank
to
God.
get through helping Anissa, who gets snagged up some. You're used to living under the sea.
That's true.
You're like this whole land living in forest stuff. Every forest is different. Like
Yeah.
they all have their different plants and trees and shrubs and stuff. It's BS.
Thank you.
And so you get snagged up a lot, but they help keep you moving, keep you from breaking your ankle or anything like that on slipping into a gopher hole, that kind of thing. And you have made it in a substantial way to the forest. You're pretty sure they're not right behind you anymore. You've lost them, at least for the while. And you all stop to catch your breath for a few minutes when you hear the sound of battle in the distance. Swords crashing against swords. The screams of pain and death.
We're not rested for this. We cannot
So,
participate in
We
this.
have to avoid.
A
We
dragon.
listen.
Is there a path in the middle of these two places?
Can we listen to see? I guess so.
Maybe Anissa could sneak ahead and
Oh,
check
yeah.
it out for us.
I keep forgetting
Yes,
I'm a
there-
thief.
yes.
I'm sorry.
We already decided that under no earthly condition would we want to help anybody else
That's my
we came
opinion.
across.
I will jump up in the trees again and see if I can see.
Sure.
what I can see.
It's going to be a stealth check as you're trying to get close to the area
Cool.
to see without being seen yourself.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you advantage. So you sneak and you see a large blue wolf, and when I say large, I mean like the size of a small car, being ridden by a blue man, pad across your view, and it's obvious that he's searching and hunting for something.
But
There's not-
but I don't see any fighting.
No, you come across that before you get to the fighting, but
Okay.
that is moving in the direction of the fighting.
Okay. And I don't know what this is.
No.
Okay. So I'll go back and I share that information with my party. I've come across a giant blue wolf. It's huge, and there's somebody riding him. Do you guys know?
Did you say blue?
Blue? And the man was blue. Does anyone know
see.
what that is?
That would be one of the native tribes of the area that I spoke of earlier. That is the blue folk are much more savage and prone to fighting than the other inhabitants. However, they are the ones that I am aware of that know how to get off the island. They have special magical boats that they can take that leave the island.
Has the title of this become more literal? Lost in Oz? We gotta get off the island, guys. Like, what happened?
So yeah, this could be a potential. I don't know enough about them to know where they are located, like where their camps or their little savage.
He seemed
villages
to be
are, but
searching for the battle, and I didn't come across that. I came across him first.
That
So-
makes sense. He would be. I'm sure that if the airship went down, it makes sense. The blue tribe would be
Fighting for it.
the ones who would be all over it, trying to capture or kill whoever was on the airship.
How do we proceed if they're fighting over it? We could wait and see if they win.
What do we think the likelihood is that the airship is actually still going to be able to fly us out of here?
How much do you know about carpentry or shipwright?
Yeah.
None. I
None.
was asking the rest of the party, not you specifically. I was just asking everybody else what their opinion was. I mean, we saw it take a lightning bolt and it fell out of the sky, right? It's not like
Now these people are fighting over it.
It careened off into the horizon, one of its sails on fire.
So what does any of us have a check that we could, or what would the check be to like innately know,
Engineering, I guess.
damage wise? I just saw this thing get hit. And
I
my
think just common
expectation
sense
would be-
wise, if it fell out of the
Investigation?
sky, it's probably not going to go back into the sky without some
Well,
repairs.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
but, like-
we approach this differently and we see if we can offer something up to the tribe to get
I'm
them to
just-
give us a ride.
If I saw a car wreck, I could tell you whether or not a car was totaled. So is there a check that we can make to see if the car is totaled? In our opinion?
I will give you a. I'll give you a. Since you don't have the tool specialization, I'm just going to give you a history check or an
Okay.
intelligence check, and you're at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, I'll add +5 to history. So
Go for it. I don't think that's a thing. But...
only an 11.
An 11. In your estimation, if they put the fire out, it could fly again if you knew somebody who could, pilot a flying boat.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
so I think at this
That's a
point
great
our
sign.
options are take our chances with the blue tribe, who I know could get us off the island if they wanted to help us, but who, from my history knowledge of the area, may not be the most helpful bunch on the planet. Or we go to the airship and attempt to help whoever may have survived and hope a pilot survived, and we may be able to fly the airship off ourselves, but we'll probably have to fight off the blue people and whoever else is fighting over the airship. Plus, I assume the people from the prison probably are on their way to check on the airship as well. So all this hard work we did to hide ourselves from them and cover our tracks maybe for naught if we just end up right back where they are because everyone's fighting at the airship.
I think we're certainly not healthy enough to enter into a fight either.
That's also a good point. We have Tommy, who is nearly dead.
I'm at 7, so
I'm about half dead. I have none of my spell. I have barely any spells to cast.
Yeah,
used
I'm
most of
low
my
on
spells.
spells, but I think I have 14 health right now.
So my vote would be to play it safe and maybe just like find a safe place to set up camp and then see what happens in the morning.
I have one spell.
I agree with the cat.
Head toward the edge of the island.
We'll just head away from the
Okay.
fighting deeper in the forest or wherever we think the safest
Mhm.
place is. Yeah.
I can jump around in the trees again and see if I can see or tell what direction things are and try and spot a
there's like
safe
a cave.
place.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
natural cave or something we could.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a nature survival check.
Why didn't I have nature? Oh, because I live under the ocean. Let's try survival this time.
Oh,
Yikes.
Oh my god, I'm the worst.
you lead the
Definitely.
party right into a barricade.
The end.
Definitely, this place is not very hospitable. There's just lots of water for whatever reason on this island.
Well, yeah. It's
Rains
too
quite
bad
a
you
bit.
can't breathe underwater like me.
So everything's vaguely moist, and there's not great tree cover.
Okay.
There is the
Um,
other tribe on the island, which they are the enemies of the blue tribe, and they're a bit more civilized, but I don't know that they have any way of getting us off the island. So we'd probably would be more likely to find a safe place to rest there, but I don't think it would advance our overall goal of. And I also happen to know that whichever way we decide to go, it's going to be really hard to get back the other direction after we get there because of the way this island is set up. So there's like a misty swamp that separates the blue people from the other people, and so if we go to one direction, it's not going to be just hop over and say hi to the other people afterward.
Choosing to team with the mages will stop you from joining the Templars later.
That seems to be, from my recollection, how things might play out. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, you can feel free to keep going at me.
Sure.
Do we go
Um,
people or we go with the?
should I try and see if I can stealth back over and check out the battle again? Or are we happy with what I saw before?
I think right now, our main concern would probably be to not die.
Right.
We want
I think we need to go rest. We just need to figure out where.
Resting sounds really important.
to.
Okay.
So let's just go. It seems like the cat was trying to lead us toward the more civilized, so let's go there. Head toward the more civilized, where we know they might take us in, even though they might not get us off the island.
Well, the problem is you don't know exactly where those people are.
I think if we can, somebody else can maybe try a survival check and we could try and find the closest, safest rest. Because nobody knows where we are right now. That's what Steve was saying before, right?
Let's do it.
So, there we go.
Survive.
Okay.
So,
You eventually find kind of a natural cave. It's not very deep. It's only about 4 feet deep or so, but it'll keep the rain off of your head. And it's good enough to set up camp for the night.
Cool.
I'm assuming you guys aren't going to light a campfire, though, so it gets a
No.
little cold.
I can do some night vision guarding when people are resting and rotate.
Okay.
If we,
You have to sleep substantially less than
Yeah.
other people do.
I do. So whenever is it my rest 4 hours?
It's 4 hours.
Yeah, so I'll trance, and then I'll get up and do it.
Sounds good.
Or monitor the.
So you're all going to rest. You're going to get your hit dice back. You're going to get your spells back.
Yeah.
Cool. Hit dice.
Dice. Spells. And then does health come back, or do we spend the hit dice to get the...
Your health's going to be back, along with all your hit dice. So, Riley, Joe the Bear found a nice dry cave for you all to shelter in for the night. And you're going to get all your spells and your hit points and your hit dice back.
Okay.
And it is a new morning. Anissa takes watch for most of the night, but By the early morning, no one's found you, no one's disturbed you. The search parties who might be looking for you haven't blundered across you.
Awesome.
Was there any smoke billowing or anything from the airship still, or?
No, the rain last night put it out.
Okay.
Noise
how
of
far-
battle or combat or...
How far? Yeah, how far away from the airship location are we at this point?
You guys went quite a ways. I would say maybe a quarter of a mile away at least. So as you guys get back to the area, Anissa, who has very keen senses, is listening and doesn't hear the sounds of the battle.
That makes sense. That'd be a pretty long battle to go all night.
Okay.
Okay, well, I mean, Anissa, do you want to sneak ahead and see if you can
Totally.
check out the crash site this time without getting interrupted?
I will do it. Stealth.
I'll stealth too.
How are you better at stealthing than the stealth
I'm
class?
just not rolling well today. Should I get advantage on a stealth? Yes, I do. Right? Because I'm proficient.
No, it just
Does it
adds.
work like that?
It gives
Oh,
you
okay.
a greater. You rolled a 2, so you know.
Oh,
Or
Oh,
not,
I'm
maybe
sorry.
not a 2, maybe it's a 4. I can't tell.
It was not a good roll.
it was bad.
Not a good roll. And you sneak through the forest and find a big scar across the countryside where this boat kind of set down hard, and it's a ship. It's like a 3-masted Spanish galleon, and it has lost one of its sails, and it's kind of slightly burnt remains sag from it, but for the most part the ship looks pretty well intact. However, there's some broken spears and signs of a battle that has happened there recently.
So,
Okay.
So we don't see anybody.
No.
We do
Maybe you should get
insight. See if there's any I guess traps or anything
That'll be
out of-
perception.
if anything's out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
I stay still. Very good.
There is some of these strange-looking blue birds in the trees, and they're kind of mad dogging you.
so they might be the blue men's birds. So I think we should go back and see if the cat knows what these things are.
Okay. Sounds good.
We can tell the cat about the bluebirds. Do you know about bluebirds, cat?
Do I know anything about bluebirds?
I love that.
There's hundreds and hundreds of different types of bluebirds. What kind of bluebird do they mean?
They look like they could belong to the blue folk.
I guess I should ask, do I know anything about that blue tribe liking to use birds as lookouts or transformation magic or anything like that?
Not especially, but you do know, you have heard that they train and control animals.
Okay. It's possible that those bluebirds are being controlled by the blue men, which would mean that if they saw you, they may know we're around and may come looking for us. Did they see them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like, based on what we saw, the blue man heading that direction yesterday, I think the most obvious conclusion is the blue men took the ship people. So, if we want to, I think maybe going to the blue camp, either A, the blue men help us get off the island, great, or B, we have to fight them, but hopefully we can free the people from the airship and maybe they can pilot it out of here and everybody goes home happy.
Do you think if we just go camp out near the ship, they'll just find us?
I think maybe we could track. I mean, clearly, if they were
Oh, could we
dragging
track
bodies
them?
and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, it'd be pretty obvious which way they went, right? I mean, so I'd assume one of you guys could
Yeah.
track them back to their base.
Joe? Got any knowledge? You're the nature king.
But my entire outside of the context of us speaking as characters, my entire world is kind of thrown off by how much of a screw up Tommy is in my eyes.
Oh,
at this
no.
point. So I'm undergoing some existential crisis on the side that makes it more difficult for me to make these sorts of
Now that you said that, I think you're gonna have to make sure he rolls disadvantage on every check. I don't know why. I don't know why you would give the
Until
GM
his
that kind
faith
of
in Tommy is
that kind of
reassured.
ammo
I
against yourself.
I come back to focus when I.
I am entirely resolute and certain in every single one of my actions, and everything I do catches everyone by surprise.
The senses are heightened as I.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I want to point out that like 10 minutes ago in chat, it was observed that Riley is so shifty, and I think that is
Riley is
Chris.
not shifty. The other than my
Decepticon.
cat is shifty.
Yes, there's a difference.
We have to separate
Autobots.
the.
Decepticon.
I am not a shifty jerk in real life. But I play so.
Well, Joe, can you see if you can track the blue folk?
So it
That's definitely going to be survival.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, so they're pretty good at covering their tracks, but you're even better at following them. You're not moving at a particularly fast pace, but you come across what their camp obviously was last night, after not too far. They seem to have had a similar idea as you did, that they wanted to camp out after the fight. And you see what the remnants of what you think is maybe trap makings. Weaving together of nets, sharpening of sticks, that kind of thing. So we're going to guess there's probably some traps that they're going to have set on their way if they're expecting to be followed.
Okay, so we can go, but it's not going to be easy. Don't
Roll,
let Tommy go first.
Investigation.
Say what?
Roll investigation to see if I could figure out what kind of traps they made.
I have
Sure.
high on that too. Is that the one you use to detect traps?
No.
Or is that...
Yeah.
This is like I'm investigating the scene, the rubble
I
of what they
see.
left
Like a detective.
together. Yeah, like
You're looking at
CSI.
clues.
But because of your background, Anissa gets advantage on this roll.
Right? Is it investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not my day.
There's definitely sharpened sticks, so that could be anything from, a swinging log with sticks on it to, spiked pits to, whatnot. And there's definitely rope that's being made, so nets, either to scoop people up or to snare people. Maybe it's trip lines.
Alright, spikes. Okay.
And you also can tell that there's way fewer prisoners and people than you were expecting. There's obviously the place that the giant wolf was, but maybe there's only less than half a dozen men who were here, other than the wolf.
So including the prisoners and their
Including the prisoners.
Okay.
Is it possible that the
good information.
blue tribe and the other tribe got into a fight and they each took half the prisoners? Because that would be great, because it'd be a lot easier to negotiate with the other people if that's what happened.
Do we see any remnants
Is there any way I can discern?
Is there a way I can psychically know?
Do you have the scrying spells?
I don't. Well, what I did, I am divination. All right, what am I? I'm divination, right? So you'd think I would have that, but I don't think I have any of that yet.
Now you know.
I would say let's just continue
I
on
have
our
detect
blue.
magic. That is what I have. Detect magic.
What do we detect traps with along the way? Like
It'd be perception.
perception. Which
Say we
is...
stick on the blue path.
We just have to detect traps along the way, right?
As we go. I would assume. Yes.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much. I mean, we don't even know where
It's
the other.
Like,
We don't even know where the other people are at this point. So I think.
Yeah.
And it's not like we saw in the
have
other.
to do.
I assume when we did our initial survival check, we would have noticed that there were two sets of tracks leading opposite directions or something like that.
Right.
So
Can we do a group detect traps along the way? Does it work like that?
No, it's pretty much the person that's in the lead of the party is the one
Not
who's gonna
Tommy.
he's either going to set it off or spot it.
I'll take it. I'm a bear. I'll tank this.
I ride on Tommy's shoulder.
What's your perception, though?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I have the highest perception.
Yeah, it really should be.
Mine's 13 plus 3.
12. So
How do I have higher perception than you? I have 14 perception.
Perception is wisdom.
Because I'm geared towards.
No, I meant
Me?
Anissa.
Yeah, she's Dex.
I'm
Your wisdom.
dexterity.
Oh, okay. Well, I have the highest perception, so
Well-
that's how you detect traps. Then
You
Can
also
I-
have those cunning cat eyes.
Yeah. You should
What
go
deer
first,
eyes
Cat.
see?
I guess
Okay,
can I roll?
well,
you can ride on my
if he's
shoulder,
if
Cat.
he's on my shoulder,
Yeah.
Well,
can I roll stealth?
Because of
both
Anissa's
yourself?
background, again, I'm going to give her advantage
okay.
on these rolls.
oh, okay. Then I would say
Okay.
that
And that's probably more valuable than a +1.
right. I'd say definitely so.
There we go.
So, so she starts leading the way, and occasionally Joe the Bear has to correct her because she's getting off on a false trail. And you guys do find some snare traps waiting for you that would have knocked loose a net that would have dumped rocks on you.
Oh man.
And another one that's kind of like a bear trap, only with sharpened wooden stakes. And
Nasty. These are nasty traps. I don't like
you managed to definitely set them off without anyone getting hurt to clear the way. And you get to over this fairly large purple ridge, and now you're looking at a steep decline down. It's just short of being a cliff, and you can see down in the valley below you is an actual road. Not even like a path, but like it's been cobbled. And walking along it in the distance, you see 4 pink figures.
Pink figures. I thought they were blue. I thought we were tracking blue people.
That would be the other tribe. The other tribe is pink.
Mm.
Which way did the blue people go? The blue people go on that road too?
They went this way, yes.
Well, the other people you said were maybe easier for us to deal with, so should we approach?
I mean, they're all still, savage in their own way, but the pink people tend to have a bit more of an organized structure about them. They tend to be a bit more, but they're also very standoffish. The reason they don't know how to get off the island is because they see no reason to leave the island. They're perfectly happy where they are, and they don't take kindly to intruders or changes to their environment. So they might listen more to reason as opposed to force, but at the same time, they're going to be harder to convince to help us because they're more,
This reminded me of a TNG episode.
Says Tommy from Depression era Chicago. And as you guys are kind of debating this, all of a sudden, one of the 4 pink figures drops to the ground and they begin shouting as a giant blue wolf leaps from out of cover that you guys didn't see him behind, and blue men fall upon the 3 remaining ones, swords drawn.
The
And the
prisoners
pinks
anywhere?
are obviously getting just slaughtered.
How do we feel
Okay.
about this?
I
do we
think
see the
let 'em-
prisoners anywhere? Like, do we see a pilot or somebody who isn't blue or pink? Are there blue or non-pink people with them?
No.
I think we let this happen, and then we
I thought we were,
white flag.
I thought
I
we
mean,
were
this
trying
might-
to get the.
This might be our best opportunity to take on this group of blue people if they're distracted by the pink people.
Why are we trying to kill them though?
Because I assume they have the prisoners, and then the prisoners would be free and they'd come with us.
Prisoners.
But the prisoners aren't here right now.
Well, we know there was
Could
a
be
camp.
hiding in the bush. They could be
We know
hiding.
there was a
they could be hiding,
camp
yeah.
where the big blue wolf was, and we assumed the prisoners were. So, and they're all together somehow. I don't know. Could I do an Arcana check to see like the difficulty of like how powerful is this wolf or anything like that, or like someone could do a nature check to see like is this thing going to just eat us alive?
It's a dire wolf, so it's if you were at full power, you could just wave a hand and be done with this. But in your current state, maybe
Okay.
not. It might be a little tough. But it's not.
It's not like a dragon where we're
It's
gonna
not,
like.
no, certainly not a dragon. No,
Okay.
but it's not magical. It's just big.
Okay, I say we take on the blue people now. But we can't leave any survivors in case I'm wrong, and we can't let anyone go back to their camp and tell them that we fought them.
From which side? Both sides? We're slaughtering all
The
of them.
blue side. The blue side. We may want the blue people to help us. Well, we need to.
We need to kill these particular.
I think we kill the blue ones now that are here.
Their kin.
And if we find the prisoners, great. If we don't, then we go with the original plan, which was go find the blue people and ask them to help us. If there aren't any survivors, there's nobody to tell them what we did.
I think
don't
we
want to be
let.
the party that burns off people's flesh. Like, I'm not comfortable.
I feel like
with
a
that.
better idea would.
Practical solution to the problem.
I think letting them capture the pink people and then like just walking in and saying, "Hey, please don't hurt us." And if they fight us, then we can fight. But
They're not capturing the pink people. They're currently
They're
butchering.
slaughtering. So even if you need a moral reason to get involved in the fight, which I don't care about, but if you need one to make yourself feel better, we're saving the pink people.
we can save the. If we're gonna save the pink people, then we should ask the pink people for help. I guess afterwards.
We could just go in and ask everybody to stop and get along. Like,
That sounds
very
very
political about
democratic.
this.
Did you miss the savage part of the,
I
of the
mean,
discussion?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Riley. So,
20.
the cat recognizes a shielding spell and a magic missile being cast down by one of the pink people below. So there is a spellcaster amongst them.
That person can help us. Let's. I say we go and kill the blue.
Is there a spellcaster on the pink team or on the blue team?
That's on the pink team. They're using magic there. The pink people are using magic. That means that they might be able to help us as well.
Okay.
I say let's go kill the blue people, and then we'll sort out this mess and figure out who can help us.
Stop the fighting. That's what I say. Let's stop the fighting.
Okay, so you guys charge down into the fray, and by the time you make it actually down to where the fight is, there's only one pink figure still standing.
It's the magic caster, I assume.
Yeah, and it's a woman, you can tell from this distance, and she has some sort of magical force barrier up around her, and the blues have surrounded her and are kind of trying to in a wolf pack style peck at her from every different direction until she goes down.
I cast. Okay. Oh, okay. There's gonna be a battle map.
Can I sneak in somehow? Since I'm a sneaker.
Well, we're going to go ahead and go into initiative.
Oh, okay.
Because they are attempting to kill this girl, which you
Okay.
may or may not be able to stop.
oh, this is cool. All this
Oh.
pink.
I like it.
You are in a very, very pink forest.
I love it. I love that I have a. Oh, did I know? Where's my token?
Nice.
Select me, and let's try to roll that initiative. There we go. That was terrible.
Is there battle music?
There is. I'm putting it on right now.
Gotta get into that fighting mood.
Oh man.
All right, Tommy's up.
So there's only people left alive. There's one pink person and 3 blue persons and the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I was still riding on Tommy's shoulder, right?
Yep,
So if Tommy moves, I get to move with Tommy for free.
indeed. But that'll take your move, so you couldn't jump down off of him and sprint.
Oh, that's lame.
So you can either use his move or you can be left behind.
Okay.
Or else we just kind of play, the Russian figures inside, the Russian toy where all the things are inside each other, and just one pops out and runs, and then pops out and runs, and then pops out and runs, and in one turn we've gone from one side of the island to the other.
Well, not
'Cause
necessarily.
You know
but-
physics.
Okay, so that's where I go
Move
if I
that
double
far,
move.
then I definitely. Oh, because you double moved. Okay.
If I
So
double
have to
move,
make
I go
my
there.
action- a move action too. So I basically wouldn't do anything my turn either.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I don't do what he did.
Okay.
Or I could use my ability. I assume we really want to save this girl since she knows magic. Which is. Where's that?
You mean one of your battle dice in order to give her an action?
No.
What was that roll?
My action surge.
Oh, your action surge. Yeah, you can do it once before a long rest, I think, or
Short long rest, yeah. So I would do an action surge to move once, right?
to do the sprint, which is the double move.
So now I can move normally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you sure you don't want to come with me? Yeah.
No, I couldn't. I don't think I can do any of this. That's fine. I'm fine.
And so then I move normally.
Okay.
So the body 4, 5, 36. So here.
Okay.
I tell them to stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
And,
So do you want to do like a dodge action? So it's going to increase. It's going to give everyone disadvantage to attack you or her.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And I don't have a. Yeah, I guess I could. That counts as my action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
So the blue wolf's response is to lunge forward and take a snap at you with its giant fangs.
All those dice.
And because of the disadvantage, it will most certainly miss you as you use your great sword to ping it away.
You are
It is-
at the disadvantage, Wolf.
It is now the mysterious cat's turn.
Okay. How far away am I? Because they have spells that will reach very, very far. Oh, yes. Okay. I will cast my magic missile at the wolf.
Sounds good.
That's 1, I guess. 2, 3. Okay, so a total of 11 damage on the wolf.
So, missiles of force go sailing across the pink forest, down the pink road, and slam into the wolf, causing it to howl with pain.
And I guess I moved maybe a little closer. Am I allowed to move after I do in my regular action, or I
Yes.
have to do it before? Okay,
You can move, attack, and then continue the rest of your movement.
okay, I'm right here. All right.
It is now Anissa's turn.
So I can move 60, right? On a turn because of who I am? Or is it just 30?
I think you have it's 30 and take an action, or 60 and not take an action. Oh no, I take that back. You have the rogue ability, so as a bonus action you can do your sprint.
Okay.
So that means that you could do 60 and take an attack.
So 60 is still not close enough though, because he just measured and it was 75, right?
Correct. So that would be 12 of these squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna cast.
No, 60 would get you right into sneak attack pincering range of this.
This guy. Okay, I'll do that. Let's definitely do it. I can't see. Hold on 1 sec. I'm here. Yeah.
Yep.
Our abilities damage the enemy.
And then I can do an attack now, or no?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. Okay, then I'll do a rapier attack, because that's usually the one that goes over really well. On this dude.
Ten, even with advantage, is 10, so it will miss. As you swipe, and he turns, and he has an axe that he brings up and knocks away your rapier.
Dang it.
Joe the Bear's turn.
Okay, how far can I rock?
I don't know, what's your speed? Is it 30?
Probably speed 30, indeed.
So you can move 6 squares, 30 feet, and take an action, or 60 feet, and that's your whole turn.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move in because I'm gonna want to be. Nobody's super injured or anything yet,
No.
so
Nobody's taking any damage.
yeah, I'll move in and be ready to rock next time.
They all go right now, so they all go last. So remember that.
So we're just gonna get.
It'll come right after your turn. Yeah.
I just ran into the fray to get punched in the face.
They're like, get the bear.
Just so smart. I'm so glad that I'm so smart.
On 3, the blues go. And the one that is pincered is going to attack Anissa. And with a 24 comes the axe crashing down on her for 15 damage.
So I'm basically almost dead.
What? 15?
He rolled a 12 out of 12.
The one on the back of the wolf is going to throw a spear at the bear.
No, don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a javelin.
Where was the... I don't have it showing up yet.
And a 13 is going to miss you, if I recall, by 1.
I believe that is correct. Armor class is 13.
Oh, then it hits you exactly for 9.
Oh my
piercing
gosh. Quit
I
rolling
didn't-
crits.
I shouldn't have admitted that. That's how to win this, right? Cheating in D&D.
Lie.
damage. The last one is going to attempt to attack the female Pinky and slashes her for 4 damage. As she gives a cry out of pain, it cuts through her thin robes, and she's bleeding, and as it punches through her magic. On her turn, she is casting Bless, so that means that as a second level spell, so Anissa, Joe, and Tommy all have a D4 that you can use either on an attack or a saving throw
Awesome.
Okay,
until you use it, and then it's gone.
sure. So, like, if I rolled an attack and I missed, I can then roll the d4.
Then you roll the
Okay.
D4.
I'm gonna add it to it.
And it is Tommy's turn.
Okay, so I guess when the guy attacked her, did she look like she took a significant amount of hurt, or was she just like, I'm
No,
okay?
it's like a grazing cut.
Okay.
It cut
So I
through her
will. Which one attacked her exactly? The one right here, right? That guy?
This one. Yeah.
But I kind of keep the one in between me and Mr. Pincered. Crap.
There's a giant wolf looking at you.
Yeah, the wolf will hopefully continue to attack me. It already has. So, I guess I make a lot of noise at the wolf as a minor action, spit and kick dirt at it to try to, just to, like, and then like I'll turn and I'll attack. I guess I'll attack this guy.
Okay.
My great sword. The sooner this guy dies, the sooner Nissa can move on to something else to die.
So with your advantage, 22 is going to hit as you swipe and stab the blue, and he's very close to dropping, but he's still alive.
Okay.
The wolf, however, who also has advantage on you, is going to chomp down because you turned your back on him. And 22 will hit you with his advantage for 11 damage as it tears into the back of your back and neck and shoulder.
I mean, I wouldn't say it teared. I mean, he scratched me.
And it is the cat's turn.
Okay, how far away am I now? So, if I cast a spell right there where I'm pointing, and it has a 10-foot radius, that would only hit the wolf and the guy on his back, right?
No, a 10-foot radius would reach out to hit Tommy and the sorceress.
But he
It would,
was
because
trying
there's
to
a square
cast
here, there's
back
a square
here.
here, right? So the 10-foot radius would be this basically the wolf, right?
Hmm.
If you cast it behind him.
Or
How
are
does-
you saying it's because I cast it at the middle of the wolf? So then that's
10-foot radius?
10-foot radius is what it says.
Doesn't make any sense. I
And
guess so. It's a
circular,
4x4 square. It'll go like that.
I would say that
Okay. That would be a 10-foot diameter, wouldn't it?
that would be a 10-foot diameter.
diameter.
Okay, you're right. 10-foot
Yeah.
radius. Okay. Well,
The
whatever.
radius
So
is 20 feet.
I guess I can cast it like over here then. I just have to
Yeah.
move a little closer. It's a 60-foot range. So
Okay. If you can cast it to the right of it, you can definitely just hit them.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Is that what's? I think that's what's best to do. Okay, so I'm going to move up a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still pretty far back, so this is probably good right here. Okay, I'm going to cast Shatter. So it's a Constitution save for both of them versus my 13 difficulty check.
So the rider fails, and the wolf saves.
Okay. So the damage is 11. So the wolf takes half damage.
So
And the
that's 11 for the rider, who seems very badly knocked around, and the wolf again howls in pain and frustration.
Okay.
And it is Nissa's turn.
So I want to hit this guy right in front of me with my rapier and then dash away
Okay.
so that I can be healthy, or not die, basically. Because he's almost dead, we said.
So with your advantage of 20, you will hit. You get to apply your sneak attack damage, and you skewer him while he's off balance from being stabbed by Tommy and cut him down. He falls to the ground at your feet. And now you don't even need to dash
Okay.
Teamwork.
So,
or disengage.
I...
You can pretty much move anywhere you want to.
Right. I'm going to...
You could even move and hide.
That's
if you
what I was
wanted
going to say. I'm going to move and hide.
Okay.
In this bush, if that's a bush.
Those are trees, but yeah.
But I'm going to hide over there.
Go ahead and give me your hide check.
Oh.
And you have to beat their passive perception right now.
What do I roll? I've never done
Stealth, you mean?
It's stealth.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is stealth, okay.
What do you get from being hidden?
Advantage?
You get advantage.
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
So she can come out of stealth and be an advantage.
Does everyone see that?
Yeah.
I get the 20?
You are a ninja, yes. You get the
Okay,
20.
good.
It's the one on the left.
Okay. So, yeah.
The bear's turn.
Okay. I guess. And start wailing on this guy.
Sounds great. Claws out.
Mm.
You will miss unless you wish to use your blessing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and.
Okay.
use this.
Roll a d4 and you get to add it to the 12.
Ha!
Indeed. So you slash into it and knock him a little bit off balance and back.
Booyah.
The blue responds by bringing down his great axe, trying to cleave the bear in twain,
Don't do
and hits you for graze for 4 slashing damage.
that. Maybe I should have healed.
The blue atop the wolf is going to throw a javelin, but this time at Tommy because he's lost track of where Anissa is. And the javelin comes sailing down, pinging off of Tommy's armor.
I hit it out of the mid, like I cut it in half. And,
Cut it in half with your greatsword?
Yes.
Sure. And now it is Tommy's turn.
Take that wolf down. Take him down.
Well, the problem is I'm not going to get any flanking damage. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Anissa Commander Strike. Does that mean she can move too?
No,
Move and
she can
attack?
only just do the attack.
I mean, you already get advantage just by having your great sword, just because you're a two-handed weapon fighter, right? Two-handed weapon fighter.
I don't get like combat advantage. I get my proficiency bonus. I mean, I don't get.
What, Steve?
He gets to re-roll low damage.
Oh, that's right.
Is what he
Reroll
does.
low.
Not like
He has to re-roll once for
right.
damage less than 2
Okay.
on his weapon attack. And since he's using a 2d6 greatsword, that's super convenient. It means he's going to roll high on both of those dice.
Was there any? I wish I could. Can I delay until Anissa goes?
You can, yes.
Okay. Well, I will just delay. I'm just gonna delay. I'm not gonna do anything. Delay.
Okay. The wolf is going to chomp down on you, though.
I can survive another couple. I can survive until my turn. So I think
18 is going to hit you, isn't it?
yeah,
And 13. So it grabs you in its jaws and begins to shake you like a rag doll.
Jeez, this thing is not messing around.
And it is the cat's turn.
at least it's attacking me, and not.
Fair enough. Okay. I guess I will, Okay, I'll just cast my Firebolt spell.
Okay. So bolt of fire goes... I think I even have a macro set up for that one for you, Riley.
Well, that's okay. Well, I can miss anyway. I don't think anything on the board has less than 14 AC.
14 hits the wolf.
Oh, it does. Oh, wow. Okay. And then I do 10 damage.
10 fire damage as it reels away from the fire, shaking its head and howling in pain and frustration as its part of its fur has caught fire.
Nice.
It is Anissa's turn.
Not bad for a cat.
I will just do the regular rapier and then sneak away. Rapier dash. Like we
Okay,
had
so where are
before.
you moving and who are you attacking?
Um.
Actually, don't
Oh.
dash. Just stay there.
Oh, okay. Will I go back and hide?
I'll give you
After.
another attack if you stay where you are.
Oh, I
I
see.
mean, if you stay in flanking, and then you'll get another attack on your turn.
But if they hit me, I'll die, basically. So that's
yeah, I
the
need to do
only.
that healing thing.
How much damage have you taken?
I'm at. I have 3 health left.
Good. Well, okay.
I'm
Too much
gonna
metagaming going on. Do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna focus on this, killing this wolf because he's hurting everybody. So I'm gonna hit the wolf and then hide again.
Okay. So with your sneak advantage, you hit it and leap across, cutting the underbelly of the wolf as you dash past it, and all of its slimy entrails fall upon the ground as you disembowel the wolf, and it comes crashing down. The rider has to make a dexterity saving throw to not get pinned by the falling wolf. He makes it, jumping away as the wolf comes crashing to the ground. And it is... and so where do you move after you're done?
I will actually dash over here to this guy. Where would I need to be to get advantage? I can't.
I don't know
because
which
my
guy you're
dice
talking
are-
about.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see what I'm doing.
No, that guy.
There is perfect. You know, you want to be one over.
Okay.
Yep.
That's where I'll go.
All right. Joe the Bear's turn.
All right. Well, I want to go now before Joe goes.
Okay. Indeed.
So I'll just go here. I'll use my rally on my.
You could give Anissa another attack against
Yeah.
the one who's pincered.
Well, I can, my rally is a minor action.
Okay.
I'll use that on Anissa as well, I guess. She
How do I handle that?
gains 7 temporary hit points.
Holy crap.
And then, but now you also get to use and I'm also give you another. I'll use my action to give you my commander strike.
And Anissa, how you doing health-wise?
I have 3 left.
But she has 7 temporary hit points.
Now you have 10.
Okay.
He
Yes.
has 10.
Oh, right. Yeah. I have 10 now.
And
And
you
the
have commander strike.
The way temporary hit points work is you lose temporary hit points before you lose any other hit points.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But they're not actually hit points. So if you're
Yeah.
at 0 hit points and get temporary hit points, you're still dying.
Right. Okay. And then what was the second thing he did for me?
So now
basically-
you
Basically, the way the roleplay works is Tommy jumps to distract this one and says, "Flank him, Anissa," and you basically
hit him
creates
again?
the opportunity for you to come around behind him and attack him.
Okay.
You get another attack, so that you're going to get a crit because you have advantage, which means that you don't
Over
just
20.
do the damage crit, you get the sneak attack crit. So that's a total
nice.
of 24 damage.
Oh my
That
god.
you do
Plus
as
the D8, right?
you come spinning around and cut the blue's head clean from his shoulders, and it goes tumbling across the ground.
Awesome.
Serious business.
The blue who's near Tommy is going to pull out his spear as his bonus action and try and bring it down into Tommy.
I think I got skipped.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right. I'm sorry. I forgot you. You're right. So ignore that roll,
Thank
which was
God.
I think it's
Ignore that.
I think we keep
Wow.
the roll. Keep the roll fine. We'll just delay it killing me.
all right. So what is Joe the Bear doing?
I think I'm gonna heal Tommy. Is this
Yeah.
I had?
Yeah, I'm not in danger anymore, so you would have healed him anyway. Like that's not.
I think that's just a thing that's gonna happen here. So is cure wounds my best option, or is lesser rest? Yeah, cure wounds. I'm gonna cure wounds on Tommy. Let's roll that.
For three health that Tommy gets back.
That is absolutely terrible.
Fine.
Obviously couldn't have used it there because they already rolled, but how does my portents work if the roll I rolled is not the same? Like, it has to be a d20 roll for mine to,
Yeah.
me to replace it?
It
Okay.
has to be an ability check or an attack roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and use
Or
my
saving
bonus action healing word and
Okay.
roll that as well.
Okay. So 4 more hit points for Tommy.
Is that enough for you to survive a
No.
13-point attack? You were that close to dead, and you were
Yes.
running around killing stuff?
Well, my thought was, even if I die, it doesn't matter because we already beat this encounter anyway, and she's got first aid. Like,
Oh yeah.
I was burning the boss down and res after the boss is down.
Metagaming
That's
out the
my
wazoo. So much
my
meta.
thinking.
So the blue drops Tommy where he's standing.
I mean,
And-
negative. You only dropped to 0, right? You don't go negative.
Yeah, unless he did negative all of your hit points and then you'd instantly die.
Okay. Oh, I see. So like double. Like, so if I went negative 11, then I would have instantly died.
Right. No, I mean if you have it's your total, your max hit points.
You gotta
can
do
make
negative
it
20
max.
Negative
If
20.
I went negative 20.
So basically, if you up against an ancient dragon, for example,
Yeah.
and it does 100 damage to you in
Not
one
so many.
attack,
Yeah, it's
then you're
over.
instantly dead, not just dying.
Or the dragon gives me a ride on his back down to the
Yeah.
ground.
We are the worst group
That
of
makes me the king.
metagamers.
Never-ending story, like, that's what you're going for?
You're the
It
king
is
of
the-
Oz.
It is the cat's turn.
Okay, the cat is not happy about the fact that a party member has died again. And he will let's see, where was I? Back over here? Let's see how far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I will come right up to this guy. And I will cast my Burning Hands,
Which is a dexterity save.
which is a dexterity save. Which maybe he's good at, I don't
He
know.
fails. You blast him away with 10 fire damage as his smoldering corpse falls into the pool of water,
Awesome.
putting
And
him
going back
out
to
in a big gout of steam.
Damn straight! Don't mess with my party members.
All right.
Ooh.
I die.
And this-
I immediately,
I die in every encounter. I'm gonna do a death saving throw.
Yeah, let's not use the thing unless we have to. We only have so many charges, so just keep doing them until you're like in danger of failing. Perfect.
One
One
more.
more success. Yeah.
Woo! Good job.
Tommy is
Same
fine.
as a charge.
1 health. Right, I come back at 1 health, right?
No, you're still at 0 health, and you will be
Okay.
for an hour until you get hit points back.
Okay. Well,
The healing die to get hit points back.
Want to
I
spend
hit
healing
that.
die?
probably like D8 would be my guess.
Well, regardless, the spellcaster, Pink Woman, casts a spell, and everyone present gains, including herself, gains 7 hit points.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay, well, as soon as the fight is over, I immediately go up to the spellcaster and I do an Arcana check to find out how powerful she is, wizard-wise. Just that's what I'm very concerned about finding out. I don't roll very good.
You're gonna guess about as powerful as you. Give or
In
take.
cat form? As powerful as me in cat form?
In cat form.
Okay. All right, so I will walk up to her and I'll just be like, so, bad day for a walk in the woods, huh?
It's so deep. Why are the blues here? And she's kind of looking around at the woods, kind of like paranoid that more are going to come out of nowhere and attack again.
Oh, that reminds me. I kind of say as an aside to Anissa, hey, you should go check and see if you can find any prisoners nearby.
Oh yeah, I will definitely do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me a investigation check, and you'll have advantage on the roll.
Oof.
Yeah,
that was the secondary. Okay.
I'll tell you what you find out after a minute or so of conversation.
Okay.
Okay, well, or at least talking, can I search the bodies for gold, coins, weapons?
Sure. Immediately to turning out the pockets of dead men. You find that indeed every single one of them had a pouch.
Ouch.
Of some form of coins.
Okay.
And adding them all up together from the 3 dead men, there were 30 gold and 28 silver pieces.
28 silver. Okay. I wrote that.
Are we ever actually going to start splitting loot, or is this just going to be how it is after every fight? Where's first come, first serve?
I never remember to loot the body, so I'm gonna be poor forever.
That's a lot of gold.
That is a lot of gold. That's why I'm asking.
You're too busy figuring out if this lady's powerful
I'm
or
too
not.
busy advancing the plot. I don't get any gold. Okay,
I
fine.
split the gold last time with everybody. I'll split it again next
Sure.
time we get to town. I just
Alright.
grab it, throw it in my empty bag.
All right, fine. So I'm talking to the, and I'm like, I assume that, background knowledge check here. I assume that a magic user among the Pinkies would be a pretty
Big deal.
rare thing. Yeah. Okay. So I say, and you're a magic user, so I could ask you the same question about what you're doing so far away from home.
I was not alone. And she goes over to one of her allies who's there on the ground and kind of like covers his eyes because he's dead.
I said far away from home. How far away is she from home?
You don't look like the wizard's people, she says to you.
We're
Any
not.
enemy of the wizard is a friend of ours.
Then what are you doing on Sky Island?
Well, there's only one thing on Sky Island, and I kind of look toward the prison, and then I look back and I say, since I just revealed to you that we're no friend of theirs, I think you can guess where we just came from.
You managed to escape confinement, and you defeated the blues. You are formidable, she says.
We were chasing the blues because we're trying to find some people they may have taken in the middle of the night last night after a incident on the island. Did you see anyone with them?
The boat in the sky, they are friends of yours?
We don't know them, but we're hoping that they might be able to help us and vice versa.
You are looking for escape. She kind of nods like this. It's starting to make sense to her, who you are.
So did you see anybody with them or not?
No, me and my people were coming for the same reason, to investigate.
And what would you like to do with the people who are on the ship?
Make sure that they're not a danger to me and my people.
Okay. Do you know who they were? Is this the first time that an airship has crashed on the island, or has this happened before?
No, that airship has been circling above the island for days, making attacks, shooting things, large balls at the wizard's castle.
Have you seen a dragon?
Well, there's only one dragon that I know of.
Have you seen it?
Of course. How could you not?
I haven't seen it.
Personally.
So I personally I have not seen it. I understand the not seeing the dragon. Where is the dragon? Now.
She kind of just nods to the far side of the island.
Far side of the island.
Do we see anything? Like, is it a
Can I see the
Like
dragon
literally, the
now?
dragon is just this giant thing.
No.
Okay.
The dragon behind me? That's good.
That's where its lair is, I assume, right? That's what she's saying. That's where the dragon's lair is there.
Do I see the prisoners, Steve?
You find tracks of another blue wolf,
Mm.
and that's what you see leaving the scene.
I'll come back and tell the cat. And I would like to ask the woman if she knows a way off the island, if they can help us, since we saved her life.
Why don't you leave the way the wizard brings all the people here?
You were just very impressed about the fact that we got away from that prison. Do you think we want to go back there again?
Well, that is how people come to this island, is through that castle. So why don't you use whatever sorcery the wizard uses to return to your home?
I'm gonna roll an intimidate.
Okay.
She's not going to get back to her place without an escort
You're acting
either.
very ungrateful to the people who just saved you from your warring tribe. You could at least help us, or we'll just leave you here.
Yeah. Would you like an escort back to your village? If so, help us off the island.
Okay, go ahead and give me a charisma and what check? Persuasion. This is persuasion.
Persuasion. God, I'm the worst.
She kind of sniffs at the idea of that and then goes, I do owe you my life. And the least I can do is provide you a night shelter. But then you must go. And she begins to walk back, continue on back down the road she was just coming.
Nobody pulls that trick but me.
Walk away.
The cat's annoyed that somebody just turned and walked away from him.
I mean, so I guess, so now we either go with her or we go after the blue wolf. I assume they're in different directions.
She actually saw the blue wolf walking away, or she just saw the tracks of
The tracks.
Okay.
I will tell them that as well.
I mean,
I don't really like this red lady, pink lady. I'd rather go after the blue wolf, to be honest.
But if we keep killing them, it's not going to help. They have to help us in order for us to
well,
go.
they don't have to help us if we find the the
Oh, I
airship
see. You're right.
pilot, and
That's right.
they can fly us out of here. So, I'd say if we wanted to go the negotiating route, the pink people are probably our best bet at this point. They
We
owe
can
us
at least
saying
try
that
to
you
rest,
and
She
right?
saved her life, and she's still not willing to help us. I doubt anybody else is going to care at all that we did anything to help her. They're so standoffish, I mean.
that could just be her. I mean, that could just be her personality.
I thought you said that all of their people are that way.
I'd say
Like,
they're
keep to themselves.
isolationist. Yeah, that's true. So they're not. That's why I said I don't know if they even know how to get off the island. They don't care enough to know.
Well,
So-
then maybe we should follow the wolf.
Somebody said take the pink lady captive and deliver her to the blue.
I was
not
gonna
a bad
say we
idea.
could just threaten to kill her and see, or fight her.
I hope that Tommy, you suggest that in character, and my face is just like
Oh, I suggest we just let
so
her.
ashamed.
The cat is like, yeah, good idea. That way.
I think we just let
Terrible
her
people.
continue on the road by herself, and we track the blue wolf farther.
Does she notice that we're not
Tommy
following
wants
her?
She's not really paying attention. She did offer you guys a place to stay
And
like,
rest.
refuge for the night.
I mean,
for the day.
I don't think that the pink people are very likely to attack us. So staying there's not a bad idea. But then I don't know if we'll be able to find the blue wolf's tracks again if we come back, tomorrow.
Right.
Is the problem. So we kind of have to decide, now if we want to play it safe. I'd say the pink option is the safer option.
We
Worst case
are
scenario-
injured.
Worst case scenario, we get there, we rest up, they won't help us, and we have to do something then. But if we go after the blue wolf, it could be more battles and could die.
We're taking a vote. I vote blue wolf.
What does the bear think?
I mean, I hate these. I guess the blue wolf. I mean, it just seems.
I'll go
smarter,
along with
but-
the majority.
Okay, well, I call out to the pink lady and I say, wait. And she I assume she'll just turn and look at me, maybe.
She'll turn. Yeah, she'll turn and give you an eyebrow.
And I'll say, we're going to keep tracking this blue wolf to try to save these people, which you seemed interested in doing before. Is there a way we can find you if we're not successful in doing that? Where is your city at that we can come find you later if we need?
My village is a quarter of a day's walk down this road.
And it's on the road? Okay. Well, be more careful than you were being when we found you, and hopefully we'll meet up again.
Have fun alone.
You won't catch up with the blues, she says.
Why? How do you know that?
They travel by their wolves. They cross the countryside much faster than any man can walk. You will not beat them to the mist line.
I forgot about the mist line. That's a good point.
Care to explain the mist line?
I told you there's a thing that separates the pinkies from the blues, and it's really hard to cross. And it's misty. That's the mist line.
How hard is it to cross? Like on a scale of...
It's for someone who doesn't know the area.
Once we go across, we can't go back, right?
I think it will be very hard to cross in the first place. So maybe we're being highly suggested to stay on this side.
There is an illusion of choice when there really isn't any.
Yeah, we made the wrong decision, and now it turns out our decision didn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's
I want to
follow
go
her
through
then.
this wall. There's nothing on the other side of that wall. I'm going through this wall. Okay, well, I guess.
Well, perhaps if we come with you, is there? I don't know. I'd say we just go with her then. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to cross the mist line. So,
Is us, if we decide to follow her, Steve, is before that encounter a good time to take a break so we can cut in the middle this
Sure.
week? Okay.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, if we are concerned about the mist line, then this sounds like this is our only option. I say to my party.
all right. I see. Yeah, I think we have to go with her. So I
So go ahead and all of you give me an insight roll before we do it, and your TN is 15.
Uh-oh.
So,
Stephanie got it.
Anissa is the only one who can tell that perhaps the pink sorceress was taking taking it a little slow, just in case you guys wanted to follow. Like she's being all haughty and whatnot, but it's obvious she either didn't want to go along or wanted to make it easy for you to follow her because she didn't really get out of sight on this road. While you guys were having this long conversation, she made it very easy for you guys to catch up.
Okay. I should have done an inside check to see if she was lying about the blue wolf thing. That's what we should have done. I gotta remember to do that.
You can make it now. That's fine.
I just assume everyone's lying if they're not dead.
It did not sound like she was lying. This chick actually doesn't sound like a very good liar.
Okay.
She's too used to throwing out orders, to be particularly
Crafty.
deceptive or manipulative.
Oh, what? Really? Oh. Is that who this is? Oh. Okay.
What?
There's a good place to take a break.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching the first half of episode 4 of Lost in Oz. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us, and we will see you in about 5 minutes. Bye-bye.